Okay, good afternoon, Professor Leong. This is Dennis Heeke coming at you for CEN 4930. And this is the demonstration for the Circuit Playground Express. So first thing I'm going to do is talk about the code that I've written. I used the Arduino IDE in order to write this code. So I have a screen recording going on here, so that'll be included in the video. So up here is the initial setup code. And then down here, starting right here, is where the code loops. And I have it set for a delay right down here, so it loops every 10 seconds. So basically the circuit board takes a reading every 10 seconds. As you can see on this part of the code right here, I have all the variables declared that will be storing the data that is recorded from the various sensors on this circuit board. And these variables down here are used to total up all of the data and then give an average of the data so that I will display both the data that is taken on any individual reading and then also display the averages as well. So as you can see down here, I have a whole slew of print statements. One issue I did not really care for with this IDE is that does not do very well to print data, so I had to just make a very convoluted set of print statements, sort of like ASCII art, to get the data displayed. Okay, so finally down here at this part, this is where I wrote the code to set off alarms and the LED lights if certain data goes over a certain threshold. So the four sensors that I used on this is the light detection, the sound detection, temperature, and the what am I forgetting? Light, sound, temperature, and motion. Okay, so in each one of these will check what is red, and if it exceeds a certain threshold, it'll set off one of the LEDs. So we're going to go ahead and run it now. I'm going to reset it and run it from the beginning. And while it's doing that, I'll just point out that I have it programmed for LED 1, 2, 3, and 4. So each sensor is connected to a different LED that will light up when a certain threshold is reached. Yeah, I don't know, for some reason whenever it first fires up, it always lights up that one LED. So I have this button programmed to reset the LEDs at each when it's pressed. Okay, so now it's running. We'll pull up the monitor. So we'll test the light display first. And first I'll just go ahead and mention, you can see here that it's taking measurements every 10 seconds, and it is displaying the all the data right here in this chart. The top line is the instantaneous data, and then on the second row there, those are the averages. I created this little rudimentary chart right here using asterisks to display the level of each data point. For some reason, it's giving me these weird ASCII symbols. I tried to research that, and it says it has something to do with the data rate between the computer and the circuit board, and I found no way to fix that. I think it has probably something to do with this laptop just being incredibly old, but adjusting the data rates didn't do anything to eliminate that, so that was just a problem I had to live with. You can also see up here at the top of the chart, I have it listed what measurement number it was taken and how much time has elapsed since the start of the measurements. Okay, so we'll go ahead and test out each sensor and that it sets the alarm off. We'll start with the light sensor. You can see right now it's at 27 lumens, 29 on that reading. Okay, we'll shine this flashlight on it and it should, there goes the first alarm. And you can see it reads 980 lumens now. So it registered that one. Okay, so the next one will, I had it set to set off another alarm if it detects a certain threshold of sound. So we'll try that one. And that one went off, and you can see the decibels went from 58 up to 107 there. I think I had it set to go off if the decibels go over 100. Okay, and then the third one is the motion. So if it gets shook too much, it should set off. There goes the next alarm. The red LED lights up, and you can see here on the acceleration chart where the motion spiked. Okay, and then the last sensor we have is the temperature sensor. So if it goes below a certain temperature, the last LED should light up. So got this lovely ice pack here, and we'll chill it, wait a few seconds for the temperature to drop, and that was not the temperature alarm though. Also, I should mention, I also added code that anytime any of the alarms are triggered, it will print which alarm or what sensor needs to be checked. I have that highlighted right there. So any moment now, it should give us an alarm for the temperature dropping. There it goes. And you can see in the chart there, temperature critical. So we have all 4 alarms now functioning. Okay, so this is basically just kind of a proof of concept for this device. You know, some of the things you could probably use it for is different lab experiments. Like say if you wanted to, we're trying to put together, say like a garden that is sensitive to certain changes, you could have this attached in your greenhouse or in whatever you're using to grow your plants, and it could take measurements of temperature and light levels and movement. And there are actually a variety of attachments that go with this that you can, like, say for example, plug into the soil and then attach to the circuit board to take various measurements and record your data. The data is recorded on a small microchip on the circuit board. Okay, and with that, I guess we'll call it a wrap.